The pandemic has different levels of loss, both in big and small ways. Loved ones, sense of normalcy, financial stability, important events. During this time, you may have experienced emotional upheaval of sadness, anger, acceptance, and other emotions, sometimes all at once. Take time to recognize that grief and give yourself the gift of patience while processing all the losses that you've endured. There is no right or wrong way to grieve, and where you are is where you're supposed to be in the process. Here are a few tips that will help you process the grief. 1. Check in with your emotions and feelings. 2. Take a self-compassionate stance. Be your own friend when having self-critical thoughts. 3. Grief Toolbox. And you can visit this at the website https://www.thefyi.org/toolkits/grief-support-tool-kit/. 4. Reach out for support, both personal and professional. You can go ahead and visit our counseling center website and take a look at the services that we offer, such as individual therapy, group therapy, and the different workshops that we have also. As you transition back to campus, we may experience a range of emotions that may impact your mental health in different ways. You may experience anxiety, depression, social isolation, physical concerns, concentration difficulties, etc. Nurture yourself by recognizing your emotions and validating your needs in that moment. Here are a few tips that will help you to nurture your emotional well-being. 1. Check in with your emotions. For example, what do I feel? Where do I feel it in my body? 2. Sitting with your emotions. Give yourself permission to feel whatever is coming up for you, even when uncomfortable. 3. Managing emotions. Use all 5 senses to connect to the present moment. Journal about your experiences, practice gratitude, and observe what went well for you despite hard times. 4. Pair emotions with activities. For example, feel anxious, go for a walk. Take calming breaths when overwhelmed. 5. Seek out support. You can do this by looking at our counseling website, https://counseling.uci.edu/. And you can see on our website all the different services that we offer, including individual therapy, group therapy, workshops, initial assessment, and urgent care services. As you journey back to campus this fall, the campus environment may feel different to you. Be it you are returning or it's your first time on campus. As you navigate classes, relationships, and other experiences, be kind to yourself in the process. Remember the patience and kindness you gave yourself when transitioning into the pandemic. Give yourself that same patience and kindness as you transition back to campus. Here are a few tips that will help you to practice gratitude. A way to be self-kind is to practice gratitude. Ask yourself what you're grateful for to remind you that even in difficult times, you are strong, resilient, and supported. Keep a journal where you can write 3 to 5 things that you're grateful for daily. Remember the small commute from your bed to your computer to attend classes? You did not have to think much about time when remote learning. However, when we return to campus, managing time will look different. You'll have to take account for commuting to campus, parking on campus, finding places to eat on campus, or gathering to connect with friends, etc. Get a head start by developing a routine for your quarter. A schedule can bring routine into your daily life. and help the transition back to campus feel smoother. Here are some tips to create an effective schedule. First, choose a tool that can help you organize your day and your week. For example, a planner, a calendar, Excel sheet, Google spreadsheet, etc. Second, block out times for essential tasks or activities you must do daily or weekly. For example, work, classes, study time, commuting. Don't forget to also schedule some time in to sleep and also to eat. Third, build in some flexibility time for unseen events or interruptions. Fourth, schedule tasks or activities that meet with your professional goals and priorities. For example, social connection, movement, exercise, student organizations, etc., in the time that remains. Finally, evaluate your schedule. If you feel everything cannot fit, reflect on what changes can be made. Tip: as we return to campus, you may want to do it all, but remember to set realistic expectations on your schedule and feel okay with saying no. As you return to campus, you may experience multiple stressors and difficulties: exams, finals, social relationships, internships, work, etc., and the continued unknowns around the coronavirus. That's okay because transitions are inherently stressful. However, you can champion your own well-being by creating or honing your coping toolbox. Coping can occur in many ways, so reflect on what has worked and what you want to try to feel grounded and relaxed during these stressful or difficult times. A way of grounding or relaxing and reducing distress is to use your 5 senses. Below are a few ways to use your senses: vision, soothing colors, coloring books, scenic pictures, ambient lighting; auditory, guided meditations, calming music, nature sounds, rhythmic beats; smell, scented candles, fresh air, calming smells; taste, strong flavors, soothing flavors, warm beverages, nostalgic food; touch, lotion on hands, soft blanket, hot shower, cuddle things. This isn't an exhaustive list, so use your imagination. As we provided transition tips throughout the past 9 weeks, we tapped into checking in to the 8 dimensions of well-being. These include the following: emotional mental, environmental, financial, intellectual, occupational, physical, social, spiritual. As you continue your journey back to campus, reflect on what dimensions need more care and which ones feel solid. Check out this link to get more helpful tips on how to develop each dimension. And you can visit this link at https://shcs.ucdavis.edu/health-and-wellness/8-dimensions-wellness. In the transition back to campus, you may realize that some dimensions of your well-being need more attention, or for the first time, you may become aware of a dimension of well-being. Remember, you do not have to navigate these areas on your own. Connect with others who may also be building or honing in on a similar dimension as you. Also connect with resources on campus that can help you to build or hone in on these dimensions, such as the LARC, the Counseling Center, Disability Services Center, Financial Aid Office, Career Center, etc. And there's a values card sort website that you can visit, https://www.think2perform.com /our-approach/values. Being back on campus is exciting and anxiety-provoking at the same time. As the new quarter starts, it may be helpful to think about ways to set yourself up for success for the coming academic year. In fact, taking care of your well-being by orienting and caring for your immediate environment may help with managing your mood and energy. It's also important to remember that there is a continuum of comfort and that people around you may be at different levels than you. For example, wearing masks, being hesitant to be in public spaces. Here are a few tips that will help you to set up for success. Set a routine and be consistent. Carve out time to eat, sleep, study, work, and socialize while also being aware of when you have classes. Map out where your classes are held and other important campus spaces. Declutter and organize your living space. A clean environment can help with concentration. Recognize where you are on the continuum along with how you're feeling in different spaces on campus. It's all right to try out different things to see what works for you and what doesn't. Zoom became a way of life for the past 1.5 years. We used it to attend classes, work, and socialize. While Zoom will continue to be a part of our lives in some capacity, we are transitioning some of our social interactions to in-person. Some may be relieved to have in-person interactions again. Others may feel more anxious about seeing people. Some may even feel disconnected from others while interacting in person. It may be helpful to take certain steps to reacclimate socializing in person. Here are a few tips that will help you to socialize outside of Zoom. Get familiar with spaces on campus, for example, the ARC, library, coffee shops, etc., where you can meet with friends and classmates. Set up time to meet with friends on or off campus. Use study groups to slowly get used to seeing people. Explore various student organizations. Joining one can be a great way to meet others with common interests. Many people may have drastically changed their sleep habits and schedules due to being at home during the pandemic. Establishing healthy sleep hygiene will help with readjusting to campus life, as sleep is associated with better physical, emotional, and academic well-being. Lack of sleep often leads to irritation, constant fatigue, and difficulty with concentration, and is associated with poor health outcomes. Here are a few tips that will help you to cultivate healthy sleep habits. Be consistent with your sleep schedule and set a routine that signals that it is sleep time. For example, brushing teeth, taking a shower, washing your face, etc. Bed is used for only 2 things, sleep or sex. Avoid working on your bed so that your bed is associated as an oasis of calm rather than stress. Avoid drinking caffeine, alcohol, and nicotine at least 4 to 6 hours before bedtime. Sleep when sleepy, and if you're not sleeping, get up and try again. We all cope differently during the pandemic, and many people changed their eating, sleeping, and exercising patterns. Your body may have gone through many changes during this time as a result, and you may feel anxious about your body's appearance. While self-critical thoughts about your body may be more frequent at this time, honoring your body by taking a self-compassionate and accepting stance may help you to better adjust during this challenging time. You are surviving the pandemic, and you are doing the best that you can. Here are a few tips that will help you improve your relationship with food. Be aware that there are no good foods and bad foods. All foods are good if you eat a variety of foods in moderation. Engage in flexible and mindful eating that values both pleasure and nutritional needs and honors internal cues of hunger satiety, and appetite. Take time to become aware, without judgment, of underlying feelings that are associated with eating and food. Become an informed consumer of food while respecting your own needs and values instead of feeling pressure to follow the diet and food trends from the media. Reach out for support. Take a look at the UCI Counseling Center webpage to see more about the services that we offer, including individual therapy, group therapy, workshops, and also be aware of the different workshops that are held by other departments.